Hello everybody, and good afternoon. It is Jordan here again. Great to see everybody again. This is workout number 3. We will just wait a couple moments for a few people to tune in before we get started. I sent out a little message a little bit before sometime this morning just in regards to what today's workout is going to look like. So today's workout is going to be a little bit more on the mobility and the core strengthening side of things. On Monday and Tuesday, we did a little bit more of kind of like that full body fitness, getting in some of those resistance training movements in the upper body, the lower body. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling kind of sore. And a few spots, my calves, my shoulders, my triceps. So I thought today would kind of be a good day to focus on, a little bit more of that mobility, kind of flexibility component, still strengthening that core. And then we'll kind of use this as a rest day, so to speak, to kind of rest the bigger muscle groups. And then tomorrow and Friday, on Thursday and Friday, we will get back to our more of the full body fitness kind of style. Alrighty guys, so just going to wait another 30 seconds or so. Thanks a lot to everyone who's tuned in. We're about to get started with workout number 3. And so today's workout, if you've been following me along for the past couple days, you kind of know the structure. Typically we warm up for 5 minutes, and then we do about a 20-minute workout together, and then we cool down for 5 minutes. So I'm hoping you guys can follow me along. If I go through any movements today where you experience a little bit of discomfort, maybe a little bit of tightness in that muscle group, please feel free to make any modifications that you feel are appropriate for you and your level. I will try my best to go through the proper modifications with you guys so that we have a successful workout together. Awesome. Alrighty guys, so we're going to start with a light warm-up. So if you guys want to join me, I'm going to start standing up. We'll do about 5 minutes of just kind of a full body warm-up, get the heart rate going, get the blood flow going, and then we'll move into our workout portion, which is going to be a lot of core and a lot of mobility today. And then we're going to go into our cool down together, a little bit more stretch, a little bit more mobility. Alright, so if you guys want to stand up and join me, we are going to start with some nice light crunches, some standing abdominal crunches. We did these the other day together, so we're just going to have our hands behind our head here, and we're just going to come up and touch the knee to opposite elbow. We're going to do about 20 of these here together, so just getting the blood flow going, touching the knee to the elbow there, making sure we're breathing, standing up nice and tall. Nice work. If you're tuning in, thanks for tuning in here, guys. We're just starting off with a little bit of a warm-up here, doing some knee to elbow, getting that heart rate up, getting the core engaged. We just have a few more reps here. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Now you guys can stay standing. I'm just going to go in this kneeling position here so you guys can see me better. We're going to do some arm circles. So we're going to start with the palms up. We've been doing this movement for the last few days, and we're going to do some reverse arm circles. So think about drawing those shoulders back, opening up the chest a little bit. Want to feel a nice light stretch into the shoulders, into the chest. We're going to do a few here, and then we're going to pause. We're going to turn our palms down, and we're going to do some forward circles now. So don't focus so much on drawing the chest and shoulders back, rather just getting that mobility into the shoulders. We should feel the shoulders getting nice and warm here, so we'll just drop them to the side, and we're going to do a cross-body shoulder tricep stretch. So just grabbing the elbow, bringing it over, feeling a nice light stretch into the shoulder, into the lat there. Holding here for a few seconds before we switch. Switch into the other side there. Again, just grabbing that elbow, propping it up above chest level here, and just a nice light stretch across the side. Nice work. We'll move that arm up overhead and move into our tricep stretch. So again, just grabbing that tricep, lightly pressing it back, feeling a nice light stretch through the upper arm, shoulder into the lat area. Good, we'll do the same thing on the other side here now, holding here for a few seconds. Good job, guys. I'm going to stand back up, and we're going to just do some crisscross with the arms. So just getting a little bit more blood flow into the upper body. Right hand's on top, then the bottom, then the top, then the bottom. We'll do a few more here together. Nice work, guys. We're going to warm up the lower body with some high plank shoulder taps. So we're going to go into the high plank position or the push-up position. Hands are under our shoulders. Nice straight line from head to toe. And we're going to come up and touch our opposite shoulder. Going to do a set of 10 to 12 reps here. Keeping those hips nice and square to the ground. Trying not to rotate too much. Keeping a nice neutral position with the head and neck. Remember to breathe. We'll do a few more here together. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Nice work. We're going to drop to the knees here. We're going to get into our tabletop position. And we're going to do 10 bird dogs. So again, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Nice and slow and controlled. We're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg. Feel the glute and the shoulder contract. Back down. Here we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Get that full extension in. Pause. Back down. Let's do a few more here together. So again, the head is in a nice neutral position here. Getting that full extension with the opposite arm, opposite leg. Warming up a little bit of the back of the shoulder here, the hamstrings, the glutes. Let's do a few more here together. Let's go 3, 2, and 1 more. Good. We're going to stand up now. Okay. Still in the middle of our warm-up here, guys. Keep it up. A little bit of a longer warm-up here today. We're going to get into a nice wide stance. So nice wide stance, both toes facing forward. We're going to shift our body weight onto one side. We're going to stand back up, and we're going to shift our body weight onto the other side. Nice work. So standing up nice and tall, keeping that chest up, shifting the weight so that our knee is stacked over the heel there. So this is good to get a stretch into the inner thigh there. It's also working the quads, getting some blood flow into the quads. Nice work. We're going to do a few more here together. Let's go 3, 2 more, 2. Nice work. Really pushing the weight into the hip there. 1, and relax. Good job, guys. We're going to do 10 body weight squats here now together. Okay, so getting those feet roughly shoulder width apart, standing up nice and tall. I like to bring my hands out ahead of me, and we're going to do 10 here together. Going down nice and slow. Good, and coming up for 1, 2, nice work. 3, think about keeping the weight on the heels, keeping the chest up. This is 5, we're halfway there. 6, good, breathing in on the way down, breathing out on the way up. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, and 1 more here. And 10. Nice work, guys. We just got 1 more move in our warm-up. We're going to lie down on the floor, and we're going to do a glute bridge hold. So lying down on our mats. Okay, we're going to press the feet through the floor, hips come up, and we're going to hold here for about 20 seconds. So just making sure that we're breathing, making sure that the hips are up off the floor, making sure that we're pressing the weight through the feet, and that we're feeling this exercise into the lower back, into the glutes, the hamstrings, and making sure that it feels comfortable and right for us. So just holding here for a few more seconds. We'll go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work, guys. Great job. We just finished our warm-up, okay? So now's a great chance to grab a quick drink of water if we need. We got that heart rate up a little bit. We're about to get moving now, okay? So grabbing that quick drink of water, and we'll start our first round shortly. Alrighty, so if you saw my video previous to this one, it kind of talked a little bit about what we're going to be going through today. So a little bit more core, a little bit more mobility. Now, the first group we have, we're going to be going through a stretch and an abdominal exercise. So we have the world's greatest stretch, and then I'm going to show you guys this tabletop hold position that's going to work our core. Okay, so we're first going to do the world's greatest stretch. So I'm going to go through that one with you. We're going to be doing these movements for a minute long, okay? So with the world's greatest stretch, we can start this here now together. What we're going to do is we're going to start standing. You're going to take an exaggerated step forward into that lunge position, drop the knee into the ground. You're going to place both palms. So you're placing your hands in line with your foot, and then you're going to open up. Think about opening up the chest, keeping the gaze to the top of the fingertip, And right now I feel a good stretch in my inner thigh here in the leg and into my upper back muscles, because that's where we're tight a lot of the time. So I'm just keeping my gaze up to my fingertip. If we want, we can come back down, touch the hands in together, and then open back up again. We're staying on this side for a minute here, guys. Already been around 40 seconds, so keep it up. Think about really opening up. If we need to turn it more into reps, hand can come down, hand comes back up. Think about opening up that chest, feeling it in the leg, into the upper back, right? This might not be super comfortable for some of us if we're really tight. We're gonna come back down here now. Great job. We just worked the one side. We're gonna work the other side after this tabletop hold. So what we're gonna do here now for the core, we're back in that tabletop position. So what I mean by that is hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, the toes are pressed into the floor, but now we're gonna raise the knees off the floor so that there's some space between the knees and the floor, and it's just our hands and toes on the mat. Now we might already feel our abdominal muscles working here. We can hold here, or you can bring the knee to the elbow and touch the knee to the elbow if you want to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge, okay? We've already been going into this one for 20 seconds, so we're gonna take another 40 seconds here, so a little bit longer, strengthening the core. If we need to take a little break, we drop to the knees, okay? Take a little break, take a big breath in, take a big breath out. We had that little recovery. Now our knees are back off the floor and our abdominal muscles are engaged again. Nice work. Let's do a few more knee to elbow here. We just got a few more seconds on the clock here. Keep it up, guys. Feeling that core engaged. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work, guys. Now we're gonna go back into the world's greatest stretch on the other side now. Okay, so again, we can properly get into this position by standing up nice and tall. Then we're gonna lunge forward, drop the knee to the ground, both hands get placed onto the floor in line with our foot, and now we're gonna open up that left side. So same thing here now, opening up the chest, keeping the gaze to the top of the fingertip, feeling a good stretch into the inner thigh and the leg that's extended, and then those upper back muscles. And again, if we need to make it into a rep scheme, just come back down, take a couple seconds, and then come back up, opening up the chest and the shoulders here, keeping the gaze into the top of the fingertip. Nice work. Just a few more seconds here, guys, making sure we're breathing. Maybe again, if we need to take that little break, come back down, open back up. Focus on opening up the chest and the shoulders here. We're here for 3, 2, 1, and back down. Nice work. We're gonna go back into our tabletop hold with our knees off the floor, okay? If you guys are following along, keep it up. We're gonna get back into that tabletop position. Here we go. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes are pressed into the ground, and we're gonna lift ourselves up now. Knees are off the floor. Feel those abdominal muscles engaged here now. Nice work, guys. Remember to breathe. Very important when we're training our core, we remember to breathe. Again, if we want to challenge ourselves, maybe we're bringing our knee to our elbow, okay? Doing a couple reps here. And if we can't go for the full minute, that's okay. We take that break again. Relax the knees to the floor. Take a nice deep breath. Knees come back up. Feel that core engaged again, and we move back into some of those reps. Knee to elbow. Keep it up here, guys. We have about 15 more seconds here. So keeping that head and neck in a neutral position. A few more seconds. Keep it up. Relaxing in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job, everybody. Nice work. That was the first group. We went through 2 sets. We're going to do the same thing with the next group. Okay, so our next group, we have cat to cow. So it's a pretty popular yoga move where we're back in the tabletop position, and then we're going to do a low plank hold together to strengthen that core. Okay, and we're going to be here for a minute, and we're going to go back and forth for 2 sets. Okay, so next group, cat to cow, and then a low plank holds. Here we go. Okay, so we're back in that tabletop position here. Now what we're going to do, we have a nice flat back, and now we're going to arch that upper back. So we create a little arch in the lower back, head and neck and chest come up. Holding here for a few seconds or a few breaths. And then making that transition where we arch the upper back nice and high to the ceiling. Getting a stretch into those upper back fibers now. And then nice and slow and controlled, reversing that motion. We're about 30 seconds in here, guys, so we're going for another 30 seconds. Feel free to go through this one on your own pace, whether you're holding for a few seconds or a few breaths. And I always encourage matching the breathing with the movement, which is a lot of the times hard to do, but if you think about breathing in here, and then breathing out, and as we exhale, we can round the upper back, creating that arch, breathing in, breathing out, and as we exhale, getting that stretch through the abdominal wall there. Nice work, guys. That was the first set there. We're going to move into our low plank hold now. This is going to strengthen our core, and we're going to be here for a minute, okay? So we're going to get into that low plank position. We're going to do a low plank hold for a minute. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, guys. So our elbows are under our shoulders. Nice straight line from head to toe. And again, I know I've said this a bunch of times, but remembering to breathe here, make sure we're not holding our breath as we're holding the movement. If we want to bring a little bit of movement into this instead of just holding, we can tap out with our feet. So do a little tap out to the side, bring the foot back in. If this is a little too challenging, just drop to the knees. Drop to the knees, take off a little bit of that body weight. We can continue to hold here, strengthening the core. We have a few more seconds here, guys. Keep it up. Maybe we're back onto the feet after that little bit of a break here. We have about 10 more seconds. Going for a minute here, which is a long time. Last few seconds here, guys. Relaxing in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job. That was set number 1 of this second group. So we're going to go through that again. Again, we have our cat to cow and a low plank hold. So we're going to do that one more time before we move on to our next group. Okay, keep it up, everyone. If you need to grab a quick drink of water, we can. All right, here we go, back on the mat. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, and we have our minute here of cat-cow. Here we go. Arching that lower back, driving those hips out, head and neck and chest come up. Feeling those lower back extensors. Switching that position to upper back nice and high to the ceiling. Think of a scary Halloween cat here. You might feel a stretch into the biceps. Nice and slow and controlled. Arching that lower back, chest comes up. We're about halfway there, guys. Getting in a couple repetitions on our own here. Whether we're holding for a few seconds or a few breaths. Again, going at your own pace is key, and making sure that the movements we're incorporating feel good for us. We'll go a few more seconds here before we get into that low plank holds. We'll relax from here in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job, guys. Moving into that low plank hold again shortly. Okay, just taking a couple seconds breath here. Alrighty, low plank hold, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, back into that low plank position. Whether we're on our knees or our feet, we're holding, keeping that core strong, neutral position with the head and neck. Again, if we want to bring some movement into it, maybe we're doing our hand taps now. So we tap ahead of us with our hands. Makes it a little bit more challenging as we lose one of our base of support there. Keep it up here, guys. We're about halfway there, okay? We're here for a minute. This is a long time. Take breaks when you need to, and hop back up as soon as you feel ready. Remember, we're doing this for ourselves, to improve ourselves, improve our day. So keep going strong here. We got about 10 more seconds. You can hear my voice shaking. A few more seconds here, guys. Keep it up. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job. Great job, everybody. Nice work. That was group 2. We're going to move into group 3. If you're following along, keep it up, guys. Nice to see everybody here. Great job. Our third group are going to be We're going to rotate through Cobra to Child's Pose, and then we're going to do some in and outs to target the lower abdominal area. Okay, so that's going to be our third group, and we're doing those movements for a minute each again. So Cobra to Child's Pose, we'll move through those two movements to get a little bit more mobility, and then we'll do some in and outs to target the core again. Alrighty? Again, good chance to grab a quick drink of water if we need. Alrighty, so Cobra to Child's Pose. I'll do a quick demo, and this can start as our first set. So I'd like to get into the push-up position, so hands under the shoulders, nice straight line from head to toe. We're gonna lower ourselves to the floor, the legs stay on the floor. We're gonna have our hands under our shoulders. We're gonna push the weight through the palms of our hands. Hands should be under the shoulders. We're gonna rise that chest and neck up to the ceiling. Again, feeling a light stretch through the abdominal wall. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna push our weight back onto our heels so that the head and neck can come down. If you want to get a stretch into the lats, think about inching those fingertips forward to the front of your mat. Getting a nice big stretch here through the lats and shoulders. I'm holding here for a few moments, catching a few breaths down here. And then pushing that weight forward again, back into the front. Again, the weight should be going through the hands and shoulders here. Head and neck and chest come up. Holding here for a few seconds before we push that weight back onto our heels again. And we're gonna hold here for the last 10 seconds. Think about getting yourself as low to the floor as you can. And then pushing our weight back up. Great job, guys. The next one we're gonna do are in and outs. So I can demo this move here. We're in the seated position. Our hands are right underneath our shoulders here. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lift our feet off the floor. And we're gonna fully extend and bring it back in. So it looks just like that. If that gets too challenging, we can drop to the elbows. So we drop back here, feet come up, and we still perform the movement. Just a little bit of a modification there. Okay guys, we're gonna start the first set. We're here for a minute. So if you need to take breaks, take breaks. Okay, we're going in 5 seconds for a minute of our in and outs. Going in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So just driving the legs out and bringing them back in. You're kind of counterbalancing the weight with the upper body. Okay, great job here, guys. If we start to feel it on the lower back, that just means that our core is starting to fatigue. So what we can do is we can drop to the elbows, have our feet off the floor, and still perform the movement. Okay, targeting those lower abdominal muscles here. We're a little over halfway there. So again, if you need to take a break, you just sit back up, stretch the back, take a little break as soon as you feel ready. Here we go, we're back going. We have about 15 more seconds here. Keep it up, everyone, great job. This is really targeting those lower abdominal muscles and our hip flexors. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work, guys, that was tough. We're gonna go through that group again. So we have our Cobra to Child's Pose, and then one more set of the in and outs, okay? And then after that, we'll move into one more group, and then we'll move into our cool down together. All right, here we go, guys. So back into some Cobra to Child's Pose, high plank position, relax the weight down, rise through the chest and shoulders, head and neck and chest is up. Nice work here, getting some breaths in here before we push that weight onto our heels. Head and neck and chest come down. The forehead can be relaxing on the mat here. Our ears are in line with our biceps. And again, we're getting ourselves nice and flat to the floor here. Think about getting a stretch into the lats. Let's shift that weight forward again. Now shifting the focus into the abdominal area, the stomach, into the lower back. And let's shift that weight back again. Nice work, guys. Holding here for a few more seconds. Nice work, and then we're gonna shift the weight forward. Great job. We have our second set of our in and outs again here, guys. Keep it up. We're gonna go for a minute, just taking a couple seconds of breath here. Alrighty, getting ready for our second round of the in and outs. Remember to take breaks when you need to. Hands are under the shoulders. Going in, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Feet come up, performing our in and outs. Again, we're here for a minute, so this is a long time, so remember to take breaks when you need to, make modifications if you need to, and remember to try your best. That's all that matters, that's all that counts. Great job here, guys, taking that little break if we need to. I know I need to, after the last 2 days of working out, taking that little break, but hopping back up as soon as we feel ready for it. Great job, we've got a few more seconds here. Again, if we need to drop to the elbows, drop to the elbows. Keep working that core. Great job here, guys. We have about 10 more seconds. Okay. This might be the hardest we push ourselves all day, and that's fantastic. Our bodies are designed to move. We need this. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job, guys. We'll grab another drink of water if you need. Great work, everyone. We got one more group. Alrighty, so our last group, we're gonna do a hip flexor stretch together, and then we're gonna move into some scissor kicks. So again, working that lower abdominal area. We're gonna do 2 sets of this. We're gonna be at a minute per movement, and then we're gonna move into some cool down exercises. Okay, so starting off with our hip flexor stretch. We are in the standing position. We take a big step forward, drop that knee to the ground. Both knees are at 90. We're gonna raise that hand forward, and we're gonna lean forward, feeling a stretch through the top of the hip there, into that top upper leg muscle, feeling a stretch through the rib cage, and we're holding here for 30 seconds before we switch to the other side. This is a good chance for us to catch our breath. Good chance to feel a nice light stretch into this whole side of the upper body here. A few more seconds. Let's push that weight back. Switching to the other side. If we didn't quite feel that stretch, I encourage you to engage this glute. So squeeze that back glute muscle and then lean forward, hand comes up, and we might increase that light stretch there into a more vivid stretch. A few more seconds here. Keep it up, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these workouts so far. Nice work, and relax from there. All right, our last core exercise are going to be scissor kicks. So with our scissor kicks, we're here for a minute. We're lying on our back. Make sure the tailbone's in contact with the mat. Both of our feet come up. And we're going to slowly lower one foot to the ground. And then we're going to bring it back up. Then we're going to slowly lower the other foot to the ground. And then bring it back up. Here we go. Our minute starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, guys. Scissor kicks. So the more slow we go, the more control that's involved. And usually the more control that's involved, the more muscle activation we're gonna get out of this. So making sure that we're alternating here. I should be relaxing my head and neck on the ground. So relaxing the head and neck on the ground. Head and neck is in a neutral position. And alternating. Okay, if we need to take a little break, we're about halfway through. So you just take a little break. Drop the feet to the floor. Get a nice deep breath in. Legs come back up. Here we go. We have 20 more seconds of our scissor kicks here. Great job, everyone. You can touch the heel lightly to the floor if you prefer. And making sure we're feeling it in that lower abdominal area. Do a few more reps here to close off our minute. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job today, guys. Again, if we're feeling these core exercises in the lower back at all, that just means that we've fatigued our core, and essentially we've done what the purpose of today's class was. So we want to just be mindful that we're feeling these exercises in the right area. We have one more set of our hip flexor stretch and then our scissor kicks, and then we'll move into a little cool down here together, okay? It's about 12:30. We just got a couple more minutes here, so if you guys can stay tuned, I'll gladly walk you through it. So here we go, guys. Moving into that hip flexor stretch again. Standing up, taking a big step forward, dropping that knee to the floor. Hand comes up, leaning into the stretch, pressing forward. Holding here for 30 seconds. I hope everyone's been getting a chance to take breaks from their days, to get outside, experience the fresh air. Make sure we're putting our technology down from time to time to relax the eyes, drinking our water, staying healthy and staying happy. Nice work, guys. Let's switch to the other side here. 90 degrees, engaging that glutes, hand comes up. Leaning forward. Great job, everyone. Getting in those deep breaths. Getting ready for our last set of scissor kicks coming up before our cool down here together. A few more seconds. And relax. Great job, guys. Moving into our last movement of the day, minute of scissor kicks. Here we go. We're back down on the floor, on our back. Last minute, keep it up, everyone. You got this. Feet come up. Okay, here we go. Our minute of scissor kicks. Nice and slow and controlled. Bringing the foot down, lightly touching the heel to the floor. Bringing it back up. As we lower the leg, if you feel those abdominal muscles shaking, that's a good sign. That means we're contracting the core. We're targeting those muscle groups. Keep it up here, guys. We're not even halfway there yet. We still got some time here. Again, if you need to take breaks, take them. I hope everybody likes my mismatching socks today. Thought I would switch it up a little bit. A few more seconds here, everyone. Keep it up. Make sure we're breathing. Very important to breathe as we're training the core. Let's go about 10 more seconds here. A few more reps. Let's finish off strong here together, everyone. Let's go 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job, guys. Nice work. This is our last chance to grab a drink of water before our light cool down here together. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. I hope we enjoyed the workout today. This is day 3. The workout today was focused more around strengthening the core and getting a little bit more mobility, a little bit more flexibility. Thursday and Friday, tomorrow and Friday, we'll be doing a little bit more of the upper body, lower body core fitness like we were on Monday and Tuesday, so a little bit more of those lower body movements. For right now, it's a little bit after 12:30. We'll just move into a shoulder stretch again. We did this one at the beginning to warm up. We're going to do it at the end to cool down, just holding for a little longer here. So just driving that elbow across the shoulder and getting a light stretch through the shoulder and the lats. Nice work. We're going to make that switch. Great job today, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure going through this Facebook Live class with you. If you're new to the group, let's move into our tricep stretch here. If you're new to the group, the wellness team has put together an online challenge called Spring Forward on our Core Health platform. We'll switch sides. And we're also doing these Facebook Live classes Monday to Friday, 12 to 12:30. So please feel free to continue on with us. Nice work. We'll stand up for this next couple. We'll do our quadricep stretch. So grabbing the ankle, bringing it behind our leg there, or behind our backside there, feeling the stretch into the hip flexor there, maybe a little bit lower into the quad. Good. We're going to switch sides here. Same thing, try and find your balance point. It might be a little tricky to stay balanced on one leg right now. Nice work here, guys. We're just going to do some front and side shoulder raises, just coming up to 90 degrees, taking that slight pause at the top, nice and slow on the way back down. We'll do a few more here. Relaxing in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. It was great to see such a good number of people kind of following along here. Very encouraging. I hope to see everyone tomorrow and Friday for some more classes. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, we'll see you soon. All right. Ciao, guys.